What's going on, everybody? This is KT United today. I'm back with another Quest video for you guys. This would have been the update to my mixed reality tutorial that I did last time, but unfortunately, just trying today with everything being updated, I couldn't get anything to work. The Oculus app updated itself. OBS got updated to 25.0.1, and I mean, honestly, I couldn't get anything to work. So right now, instead of setting up everything and it being a waste of effort, I'm going to go ahead and do a tutorial, or not a tutorial, but I'm going to do a video I plan on doing anyway. Today, we're going to go ahead and jump into the comparison between Contractors, the beta, Pavlov, VR, Lite, Shack, whatever you want to call it right now, and then Gun Club VR. So anyway, guys, no more talking about it. Let's get into it. So whenever you drop into one of these games, you'll be placed in some sort of armory HQ area that allows you to get familiar with the firearms, take on missions, or play around with some interactive objects. For Gun Club, you're sent into what appears to be the weapons locker room area of the police HQ. It's pretty small, but it gets the point across. Accepting your missions from the map in the center of the room feels very different from just going through menus, and that's a good thing. You can move over to the weapons counter to view and purchase new weapons. They come in these sweet animated cases, but that seems to slow down gameplay when you just want to hurry buy a new weapon and get back to it. Upgrading those weapons is done through a somewhat odd menu system that you can find on the map. This HQ also receives updates during holidays, especially like last year when they themed it around Halloween, and you even got sweet bone themed gloves. There's also interactables and some hidden Easter eggs here, so there's plenty to see and do throughout the entire game. For Pavlov, what you see is what you get. You have your weapon selection to your left, your kill house to your right, and the shooting range down below. These areas are pretty bare bones in terms of what you can do, since most of your time will be spent online anyways. You do select your multiplayer modes through very basic menus, and they seem to work well enough. You can walk up to any of the weapons, grab them off the wall, and use them. Customization is also handled in a very basic way in this hub. When you're holding a weapon you want to customize, you walk over to the last shelf, grab the item you want. This will place it automatically on your weapon. It's extremely straightforward. I would like to see it expanded a bit, or have the option to choose actions outside of the base menus. For Contractors, you're dropped into the middle of a very expensive compound that is the largest of all three games. You have a shooting alley over to your left, and a huge shooting range in front of you, complete with their own missions. Follow the corridor to your right and you'll encounter some buttons out of the way, more on those later. There's another shooting area that allows you to see how body armor reduces your weapon damage. I haven't seen that implemented in any other game, and that's pretty awesome. Lastly, there's a kill house all the way in the back. All of the menus feel a bit dated, but do provide basic quick interactions. When it comes to the loadout menus though, they can take some time getting used to. You can tell when you load in your first weapon, Gun Club spared no expense when it comes to quality. This AK-47 has scratches carved into the wood grain and where the metal where it would normally show up in real life. The texture would not be as great if the model underneath was flawed, you just can't seem to find any. Pavlov takes a different approach to their weapons. Well, it seems it takes a different approach to everything overall. Nothing seems to shine or reflect light. You can tell it's an AK, but everything looks to be a weird plastic. The models themselves are good, but I believe the textures could be better. It seems they took the albedo diffuse textures and only used those. Contractors is kind of a mixed bag. You get a good gun model with weird textures, or weird model with good textures. This AK looks to be modeled well, except for the pins that are odd diamond shapes. The texture also has random circles stamped into the body, but other than that, overall looks pretty good. And even with the settings turned all the way up to ultra, the AK still has those weird issues. Now I'm just going to showcase the M Family P90 and L96 firearm graphics. What's more fun than pulling the trigger and getting that, oh, that sounds nice feeling? This category will only include the firearms we have been mentioning thus far going up against the real-life counterparts being fired. All ambiance, music, grenades, etc. sounds will not be included in this test. Credit to Demolition Ranch for the AK-M family and the P90 videos, and Scarfab94 for the L96 video.
Very nice. Watch this.
So there's totally no kick. This is awesome.
To be honest, it seems that it comes down to a matter of opinion on what sounds better, as the shots don't match up too well across all the firearms and how they were recorded. Me personally, I believe the Gun Club AK and the Contractors L96 take the cake in their respective categories. For the P90 and the M family, I couldn't define a clear winner, not that this was a competition anyway. Gun Club has come a long way since its debut on mobile devices as a gun simulator to the big bad boy that it is now. No longer just a gun sim, you have one of the best high-value virtual range experiences on a commercial scale. For the most part, you will be on a range that tasks you with taking down targets as quickly as possible. The difference between game modes seems to walk a fine line, as it basically incorporates the same things into it. Zombies, however, break up the gameplay and honestly can be extremely fun in complete dark and with earbuds or high-quality headphones in. The night zombies have got to be one of the best experiences you can get in-game, even though zombies themselves only attribute to slightly rocking range targets. There's a lot of interactions in this game. The weapons interact with your hands and other objects. You can change the laser color, turn flashlights on and off, and, well, the customization is top-notch. You can choose exactly where your scope goes on its rails, and even extend the butt stocks if not just straight up swap them out along with all the other options you have. Being able to choose different ammunition that actually has different properties is definitely a must try. Packing incendiary shells in the Sega and shooting targets tend to light things on fire. It's the little things. The only issue I see with Gun Club right now is that it is a solo experience. It's a fantastic experience, but being able to do everything, or at least being able to play sandbox with your buddies, would definitely be a step up. I never thought while sitting down using a keyboard and mouse to play Source 10 years ago, I would get the chance to experience it like never before. Pavlov is definitely the spiritual successor to Counter-Strike, and what a successor it is. There's all sorts of modes to get into online, with some being available offline as well. Search and Destroy is a whole new game when placed in VR. I didn't include this in sounds, but the footsteps are handled extremely well here. The slower you move, the less noise you make, and I believe that truly works in this favor as you can sneak around and catch people off guard. I dig how you can physically earn the bomb with following the correct randomized key presses. It's unfortunate, however, there is no way to have your pointer finger stick straight out because sometimes your other fingers can reset the code if they trigger a different number. Not necessarily a fan of zombie mode just due to how fast these things move. It seems as though zombies were built around the idea of playing with friends or putting yourself in a corner like I do. Gun game, TDM, or Team Deathmatch, and Deathmatch all showcase the fun of multiplayer modes we've grown to love over the years and replicates them exactly how they should be. I believe the game could receive a step up with a graphical upgrade. Nothing crazy, just bring out the basic properties of the objects in game. If it's metal, have some shine to it. If it's fabric, have some depth to it. Just keep it simple. Compared to Gun Club and Pavlov, Contractors is the new kid on the block, especially for Quest. Well, this new kid on the block may seem awkward at first, but get to know it and you'll find some awesome ideas underneath. Such, for example, how big and varied the different map types are. No, there's not a lot of polish there, but it is in beta, so there's a lot that can be forgiven on that point. Finding a game or hosting your own is pretty easy. There are only 3 game modes, but they're different in their own right. TDM or Team Deathmatch being just straight up Team Deathmatch. Control sees 2 teams fighting for and holding control points, or once captured, begins to fill your data bar. First one to get their data bar 100% complete wins. Bounty is basically deathmatch, except the way you win is by having the most money. The best way to achieve this is by using melee to drop other players to 0, or using pistol to decrease other people's bounties. During certain periods of the match, the top players will get highlighted, ensuring that everyone has an opportunity to get their hands dirty. Back in the base, there's a hidden defense and zombies mode. You push one of these 2 buttons and you will trigger either enemies to come assault the building or zombies to spawn. The enemies go down just as easy as regular players do, but zombies seem to take 2 hits to the head to put them down. Pressing both at the same time will see the AI go against each other and you. As fun as this game is and will be, there's just not enough players in the beta. Search and matchmaking normally get 2 results for the combined 4 players, or just no results at all is an extreme letdown, especially when you see how good the game gets when it's full. But this is in beta, so for a full release I'd say please revamp the UI. The menus could do with some upgrades. I like to see actual weapons in the menu like in game when I'm back at base. Alright guys, that's the end of the video for today. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Whether you believe Pavlov, Contractors, or Gun Club VR will be king forever and ever and ever. I don't know. Things can change day by day, but we'll see how it goes, especially since Pavlov and Contractors hadn't officially been released on the Quest yet. Another note, I'm going to be working on trying to get the updated tutorial, the updated mixed reality tutorial out for you guys. It's going to take some time, especially with everything being updated, but that's my plan. I'm going to stick to it, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I don't know. At this point, I'm scratching my head, but persistence will prevail, just like in all things. So anyway, guys, thank you for sticking around, especially if you made it to the end of the video at this point. I appreciate you taking the time to come to my channel, and watch. Hopefully show a little love, but that's only if you find value in it. And of course, only subscribe if you find value in my channel. That's all I can ask. Honesty, really. But anyway, guys, this is KT United signing off. Ninja, punish!